では、本日第1回、インド工科大学 IIT の真実ということで、こんなところを皆様と議論していきたいと思いますけども、IIT よく聞きますけど、一体どんな大学なのか。それから IIT の、学生、優秀と言われますけども、これどうして採用すべきなのか、あるいは採用すべきでないのか。それからどのように採用すべきか、どのように育成していくべきか、こんなところをですね、皆さんと、議論していきたいと思っております。で今日のメインスピーカー、アプルーバー、ジンダルが、行います。アプルーバーは、まさにですね、IIT、その中でも、一番難しいと言われるボンベイを、卒業してですね、実は彼女が4年生の時に野村総研インディアで、インターンシップをしておりまして、私がちょうどインドに赴任した年ですね。で、彼女はインターン後に NRI インディアに入社してくれて、私も3、4年一緒に働いていた仲間です。で、その後、彼女は、教育系のスタートアップを経て、ロンドンビジネススクールで MBA を取得し、その後、日本に来たので、また一緒に私と働いてもらっているというところになります。彼女はもちろん、インドビジネスも IIT も非常に詳しいので、今日のテーマを話すベストパーソンということで、スピーカーとさせていただいております。では、スタートしていこうと思います。So, Apurva, please start.
Thank you, Kim-san, for the introduction. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining today. I'm very excited to talk on today's topic, and I hope you guys will find it insightful. This is the overall agenda for today's webinar. We will be covering 5 topics. First, overview of education system in India. Second, different stages involved in the preparation process for IIT entrance exam. Third, how IIT students spend their day and what career paths they choose. Fourth, what are some other colleges that Japanese companies can target? And fifth, how to hire Indian talent. Let's start with first topic of today. So overall, education system in India is similar to that of Japan. It starts from pre-primary school around the age of 3 and goes on till higher education around the age of 18. However, student enrollment in India is much lower than that of Japan. This is mainly because of 3 reasons, mainly coming from rural part of India. First, low affordability. Second, less availability of proper school infrastructure. And third, low preference to educate female children. Because of this, only 32% of eligible students go for higher education in India as compared to 62% in Japan and 42% globally. Today, we will be focusing on higher education market. In case of higher education providers, overall, there are around 45,000 universities and colleges in India. Most of these target rural and local markets. However, there are around 300 universities that belong to INI or Institutes of National Importance category. These institutes have high standard of education and develop highly skilled individuals. This category is further divided into 3 classes. Most of the first and second class universities are public universities. IITs belong to the first class within INI category. In terms of higher education courses, there are a variety of degrees specializing in arts, science, commerce, and technology. Most of the courses are 3-year courses in India. Bachelor of Technology or BTech is one of the 4-year graduation course in India. It is relatively difficult and only top students choose this course. Let's quickly compare the total enrollment into 4-year courses among India and Japan. So every year, about 1.4 million students enroll into a 4-year course at university in India. This is more than double of what it is the case in Japan. Interestingly, in India, almost all students tried the university exam for top university, which is IIT. Whereas in Japan, only about 1% students give the exam for top university. However, the percentage of students selected at top university is similar in India and Japan, about 0.5%. Let's understand why so many students fight for IIT entrance exam. Overall, there are about 6 factors that attract them. 2 of them are most influential. First is the brand value of IITs. They rank high globally and nationally and are considered a status symbol. Second is the influence of parents. Getting into an IIT is a way to ensure financial success for family, so parents push their kids to give the exam. On the other hand, there are certain challenges that prevent students to register for the exam. Most important among those are high stress and high competition that comes with the preparation. So let's understand what are IITs. IITs, or Indian Institute of Technology, is a network of 23 universities spread across India. There is a common IIT council that oversees the administration of all IITs. However, they have autonomy for operations. For a 4-year course, the average fees at IIT is around $10,000. However, government provides up to 90% subsidies for certain categories. Because of this, the student batch in IITs is very diverse. The main source of funding is government grants. Interestingly, of the total higher education budget, which is shared among more than 1,100 universities, 22% goes to just these 23 universities. IITs provide all variety of degrees, but BTech is the most common one. Also, 23 IITs are split into 3 categories based on their credibility. 7 of them are called legacy IITs or old IITs. These are marked in red here. They are known globally and are most difficult to get into. So this was the overview of education system in India with a focus on IITs. Let's now understand the detailed preparation process to get into an IIT. Overall process is long and it can start as early as grade 8. It mainly consists of 6 stages, starting from making the decision to give the IIT exam, then getting into a coaching institute, then going through 2 years of preparation course, then giving the exam. Exam is conducted into 2 levels. Top ranks from exam 1 can give exam 2, and top ranks from exam 2 are finally selected into one of the 23 IITs. Overall, around 1.2 million students registered for exam 1, out of which only 1% are finally selected into an IIT. Let's briefly look at each of these steps. So the decision to pursue IIT is taken before grade 11. In India, every student has to choose a field of study in grade 11 from science, mathematics, arts. To give IIT exam, mathematics field is necessary, so students have to make a decision by then. As we saw earlier, parents have a high influence in this decision. Most of the students who decide to pursue IIT get into a coaching institute. This is important because exam content is much wider than what is taught in school. There are a variety of coaching institutes, from national branded ones to local independent ones. In fact, branded coaching institute is a very competitive industry in India. Key players are generating annual revenues of over 250 million US dollars. These branded institutes charge a fees of around $1,200 US dollars per year, and they conduct their own entrance exams. Interestingly, a city in northwestern part of India called Kota is known as coaching capital of India. Around 80,000 students visit that city every year to prepare for IIT entrance exam. All of the students who enter the coaching institute are not able to complete the 2-year course. Especially in case of branded institutes, the curriculum is very tough. They have about 4 to 6 hours of classes per day with regular exams. This caused a lot of stress, and about 5% students back out. These days, some institutes are offering an integrated course where students don't have to go to school separately and can manage their time better. After 2 years of intensive preparation, students give exam 1, which is called JEE Mains or Joint Entrance Exam Mains. It is a 3 hours objective type exam, and the questions are focused only on physics, chemistry, and mathematics. Top 250,000 ranks from this exam can register for exam 2. Additionally, the score of this exam is also used to get admission into other BTech colleges in India. Exam 2 is called JEE Advanced. It has similar pattern as exam 1, but it includes more advanced concepts and is of 6 hours. Top 15 to 20,000 ranks from this exam get selected to an IIT. Just getting a top rank is not enough. After getting a top rank, students have to enter into the enrollment process for IIT. That involves filling a preference sheet where students choose what IIT, which location, and what course they want to do. For example, computer science engineering in IIT Bombay or civil engineering in IIT Delhi. They can fill any number of choices in a priority order. Based on their rank and preference sheet, a seat is allotted to them. Only top ranks are able to get into legacy IITs and on top courses like computer science. For example, top 700 ranks are only able to get a computer science engineering course at legacy IIT. So overall, as you can see, getting into an IIT is a very competitive process, starting from 2 years of intensive preparation, then 2 difficult exams, and then a competitive ranking system to get the location and course of their preference. Let's move on to the topic 3 and understand what happens inside an IIT. To start with, let me share an interesting fact.